That is what the boys of BBR are looking for today.
Absolutely. I am hoping there's a fire in my soul right now that BBR have kept the fire in their soul ignited after how well they've played today. And, you know, Frxgrs, no laughing joke either, you know, not to point the finger and laugh at them, but, you know, them having to come up against BBR after that loss against Chiefs, their loss wasn't as close as what BBR had before in that best of three. Yeah. There's a monumental, we keep saying this, a monumental fight ahead of Frxgrs in order to secure a rematch with Chiefs right now. But BBR been strong all day, and I feel as though they're going to be able to hold that coming into this best of 5.
Exactly, and looking at the maps that we've got here so far, Hoggy, for this best of 5, BBR and Frxgrs, I feel like this is probably going to go to a 5 map. We were talking a little bit in the break there where it's getting pretty late here in Australia, especially on the eastern coast of it right now, and we could be going all the way until the AMs if this goes all the way like it probably should be, because Frxgrs and BBR, they've both been stepping up today, and I feel like going head to head, it's going to be pretty tight. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a fast one for us to jump into. We want to keep the pace from tonight. We want to see who's going to meet the Chiefs in the grand final. Is it going to be BBR? Is it going to be Frxgrs? I'll leave it with the boys to find out.
Yeah, it's the elimination final. BBR and Frxgrs, they've both stepped up massively today. Frxgrs almost taking games from Chiefs, BBR taking a game from Chiefs, and BBR 2 seconds off beating the Chiefs early on. They want a rematch. So do the Frxgrs. We just saw it. Who can win it, Bluey?
You know what, Hoggy? I don't want to put bets down. It's too hard. I don't want to be caught.
I'm going BBR.
With my pants down. But BBR are looking to be the strong team right now. We have seen them just play on fire the whole game. Juckor immediately grabbing those rockets, putting them to good use. He should be able to secure himself a kill here. Almost spoke way too fast. But now is control of those 2 fundamental sort of power weapons that we have on Streets as 3 players of Frxgrs go down. And BBR secure themselves A and B.
Juckor's got 1 rocket to work with. The players of Frxgrs are pushing through pink. They'll trade out a kill each. Juckor's got no one to contend with. He's got Bulldog as well. Will he drop it for his teammate? He does.
He does.
Picks himself up in BR. But they have looped all the way around to A, and he'll throw out a bucket rocket, but he will clean it up. Ninjestics is there as well. He's trying to get shots down.
He's got no ammo.
Give me back the Bulldog, please, as he goes for the melee. 3 of his teammates go down as well. Benji's the last man alive.
I feel like, Hoggy, it's very rare that we see players completely run out of ammo for the BR, and you can see why that's a position that you never want to put yourself in, because unfortunately, you are just going to get rolled over. You've got nothing to do apart from melee, and you know, in those times where you're getting plinked across map, you can't exchange. There's no damage to be had at that point. 2 players going down for both teams. It's pretty neck and neck at the moment for the break of the game.
Yeah, him running out of ammo is really unfortunate for BBR, because I felt like they lost a little bit of control that they would have gained from it if he'd had any ammo left. They're trying to take A, but they won't be able to get it. They'll get taken down. FlexRainZ is the last up, and he's in tram. They're going to get A, and they're going to have to trade C for B. So Ninjestics jumps bottom middle. Makes Bradl's 1 shot. Bradl's left to back down. Rockets are up in 14 seconds. He's got Juckor next to him. They'll try to get shots out across on Louqas. Rockets are still up in 7. There's a player pushing through cuts. Trying to get in. Bradl's will find nobody. Juckor will get a kill as well. He'll get shots on Ninjestics. Rockets are up now. Juckor's going to grab them, and he's going to head towards tree.
Juckor may have got control of the rockets here. Does only manage to get 1 kill and unfortunately take himself down as well. But during that whole time, Frxgrs captured B. They capped B and tied the score all up. They have C wiped now as well. BBR was on top of C, sort of capturing it, but it doesn't matter. Even if BBR... There's a trip cap coming out from Frxgrs right now. I was about to say, even if BBR get B, we do already have Ninjestics on A capping that as well. So now we have trip cap points start to bleed in.
Yeah, on top of that, they get a split spawn, so Bradl's is by himself. He's got a teammate next to him, but Bradl's will get cleaned up. They've spawned over at Cafe. They'll have to at least try to take A if they can. Ninjestics knows that, though. He's going to turn himself around and get the shots down. They should let him take A here and try to collapse them if they can.
It's going to take a very coordinated 4-man to be able to take down the members of BBR here, because if BBR get the upper hand, it's going to be a very easy rotation for them onto B. Raided does take down Adz. So they are down 1 player. Make that 2. Kills coming out from both sides, but unfortunately, Frxgrs are the ones that come out on top of that, as all 4 players of BBR go down, and Ninjestics is on a killing spree, keeping himself alive for the long term.
Yeah, I said that they just needed to collapse in on BBR. That's exactly what they do. They'll take down the 4 members of BBR, and now they're forced to spawn. It looks like they're spawned right near B, and they'll start taking it. Shots on Juckor. FlexRainZ is on the flank, though. Perfect shots from him. He'll turn around on Adz. Can he get the reversal? No, he can't. Not quite. FlexRainZ will use the Bulldog to take down another, though. And they'll get themselves the B point, and they'll hold on to C. Adz is going to take A for the side of BBR.
Still during that whole time, 2 caps for Frxgrs, and again, 2 caps again, both B and C. BBR having that Cafe A control is not really doing much for them if they can't make footing and positioning, but 2 players of Frxgrs go down, the ones that were located in Tram side. Now we might see a bit of a flip come around here as FlexRainZ, the last one left, secures that kill, manages to hold on to B, a fundamental point for this map. This gives them mid-control, but BBR is going to collapse onto him. They know he's there, they know he has the Bulldog, but Louqas' Rain of Death with the grenades is too strong for them as 2 members go down by his hands.
Oh no, it felt like BBR had a good chance when they had the rockets, but Louqas, he throws nukes at the side of BBR and takes down one of them, and they will get the rockets. I'm not sure exactly who has it. I'm assuming it's someone from the side of Frxgrs. Louqas has the Bulldog in his back pocket, but the points are still ticking up. They're over 120 points, 25 points in the lead. 2 players of BBR are trying to push in. The rockets will rain out. And they will clean up 3 of them all down for Frxgrs. They'll take B, but it feels like every time they take down the players of Frxgrs, they're not in a point to potentially cap all of them. As they're going to lose C, they'll get A at least, but how long can they hold it?
They're going in for the A-B hold here, which I feel as though is much easier for BBR at this point. If they can just keep the players of Frxgrs locked down in Tram, I think they're going to have way more luck holding that than their PD side, because that did not seem to be working out for them very well at all. This could be the momentum shift in the game, because from now you can start to take control of those spawns a little bit more than what you had previously.
The nades just come flying in and Benjy will go down. Adz knows there's 2 players in A. You can see Bradl's going for a flank, but Bradl's might be a little bit too slow as the side of Frxgrs are pushing in on B already. Adz is not going to be there to assist. Bradl's is trying to get the flank on, and Adz is still here. Not doing too much for his team, unfortunately. 2 of his teammates will go down. Juckor will have to drop down to B stairs and try to help out Adz. Juckor's just getting challenged from multiple members, and he will go down. Raiden will fly in. Raiden gets himself a double. Adz is able to clean up 1, but Adz wasn't able to do too much for his team. Benjy will spawn up, clean up Adz's kill, and he'll get himself a double. Can he get up into B and try to take the B point and get themselves some points? They're still down by over 100.
Yep, he has to push in for B here. BBR has to make sure that they coordinate his team and take this point. All 4 members of Frxgrs are located on PD side. If they can manage to make themselves a good wipe here, they could have good footing, but unfortunately, both players from the side of both teams go down. Rockets coming out from Juckor on Ninjestics, picks himself up a freebie, and he's looking down at Rated. He knows he's in ball cut spawn. A pocket rocket comes out. He does get the cleanup on him as well. And all the players of BBR right now seem to be holding a very good positioning on the map, making sure that their team shots are strong enough, but Louqas gets away with that kill somehow.
That feels like it sums up the game, right? The Frxgrs have just been flying in and they're somehow living. The players of BBR cannot get the shots down that they need. Raiden will be made weak and he will take down Bradl, so he'll have to back down. He will get taken down. He's got 2 teammates there that are going to push towards B. BBR have managed to hold on to B for the time being, but now they're stuck inside Tram, Bluey, so the points will go back towards the side of Frxgrs.
Being stuck in Tram and BBR's position is not what you want, and you also don't really want to find yourself holding both A and C because it's so free for the other team to push out from their B position. Just looks like it's what we're probably going to see here. Adz is holding A as strongly as he can. He has that Bulldog, so it means that any player that manages to run up on it is probably going to get a face full of buckshot. He's challenging Ninjestics. He runs into 2 players down bottom mid. FlexRainZ does manage to pick him off. And 2 players from Frxgrs are pushing onto PD sign. Huge gunfight going across. Benjy picks up a double kill. Juckor going to be pushing into ties here, looking to see if he can make a little angle peek. He's probably going to run into Ninjestics down in red room. Ninjestics making very good backoffs here. He knows the plasma grenades are coming in. And if this Ninjestics can play for his life here, that's actually huge.
Yeah, big plays from Juckor and Benjy to anchor on A. They keep A for themselves and push in to get B. You'll find Ninjestics again, but Ninjestics managed to trade out. Adz is the last one up, and he's trying to get A, but he'll go down. They do have A and B, so this will stall out the timer for a little bit of the side of BBR. So big trade for Adz to manage to get A.
It looks like BBR are going to once again trade B for C, and they're going to hold both A and C only for a short while, though, as we see a member of Frxgrs immediately get on that A point as soon as C starts ticking up as well. there hasn't been a really strong exchange in the last couple of minutes points-wise. bradlllzzzz does get taken down by Ninjestics. Ninjestics picking himself up a double kill, and the rocket should be in the hands of Frxgrs now. Hopefully FlexRainZ can see that the rockets are just sitting there for free in tires as he pushes down Adz, and Adz has to sit back and eats FlexRainZ grenades. He does go down. Now all members of BBR, unfortunately Sporting and Tram, they're going to have to push up this B Street.
Yeah, Ninjestics is having a great game so far with 18 kills. FlexRainZ is left alone on B though. Raider does have the rockets and will take that jump. He pushes it for a second and he does get it. Manages to clean it up. 2 players still up for BBR. Raider's going to loop back around. He's got Benjy in front of him. They have taken B. The side of Frxgrs is going to take C for themselves. Juckor's running in. He didn't know that Raider was there. Raider will get himself a killing spree. Ninjestics gets another as well. He'll go in for B. He'll get flanked though and he'll go down. So he's doing work for his team. bradlllzzzz will go down as well. They will push in for B and they got C as well. So only 50 points remaining for Frxgrs, but BBR have kept in it. They're back within 60 points.
Jukkor's just going to push out mid. He's going to head up B stairs. It looks like BBR is really fighting for this B position. As I say that, they're halfway ticking up C. It does get wiped, and it looks like they're going to get cleared off the point as well. Juckor goes down, trying to make a sneaky little entrance into C. Raided up on top balcony. Louqas vying for his life right now. Is he going to do work with that Stalker Rifle? He unfortunately gets taken down in sneaky on top of B stairs. Rockets are coming up in about 20 seconds. This could be a fundamental turning point. But FlexRainZ picking up that double kill, making sure that hopefully those rockets fall into the hands of Frxgrs.
BBR do manage to get a hold of A and B. They've got a big comeback to make, but all you need to do is get in one of the points of the other team and you can stop the points from ticking up. FlexRainZ has got Sentinel in hand. Benjy will take him down. Benjy gets a second though. He gets raided as well somehow. Louqas is taking in a challenge. He doesn't. He goes down.
No.
3 players dead, 4 dead for Frxgrs. Benji's coming in for C. Can they get a trip cap? Oh, and Adz has rockets as well. The comeback is on Bluey.
The trip cap could be where things turn out here, especially when he's getting kills. A double kill coming out from Adz with those rockets is crucial right now. That buys them enough time, even with only 2 points, to be able to tick that timer away. The closer that they get to that 200 mark, the more comfortable they're going to be at turning this game around, and they take down 2 players of Frxgrs, buying themselves more time.
Yeah, BBR, they're doing the same as they usually do in Slayers. They go down by 10, but they're doing it in Strongholds instead, and they're probably going to make this comeback. Will they be able to do it? Benjy will get himself a double. The call out from Juckor, you can see
20
the ping.
seconds left to catch
Benji's
up.
Trying to stay alive.
Oh.
Only 20 seconds, the difference now. They're trying to push through Cafe. It's FlexRainZ coming in. Juckor calls it out. FlexRainZ is trying to be sneaky though. Adz is also being sneaky. You can see him. Will he challenge though? He jumps down. FlexRainZ has the Bulldog again.
The timer has stopped.
FlexRainZ loves that Bulldog and the tie. The scores are tied again.
Scores are tied, unfortunately. Frxgrs just needs to get up on top of A to capture it. Time is ticking up very, very slowly. BBR now in the lead after falling behind for so long in this game, but Frxgrs now have B and C. It looks like they're going to take A as well. If BBR does not stop a triple cap from coming through, unfortunately this game will be done and dusted for them. Benjy trying to stay alive, gets outboxed. Huge kill for Ninjestics. 5 seconds left to go on the clock for this Strongholds game. BBR needs to make a play right now, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing, getting on top of B and A. Can they reverse it? Kills coming out for BBR. Adz needs to stop Louqas from making anything, and rockets do come up now.
Yeah, Adz is in a big battle here if he can take down the player of Frxgrs. No, he can't. They just need to take this B point. It's only 5 seconds left. They'll start ticking over. Rockets are in the hands of BBR, but I think this will be it. Frxgrs will take game number 1 against BBR.
BBR were doing the classic there, Hoggy. They were down for so long, but then in the last few minutes of the game, they start to turn it around. Unfortunately, it's not enough. You know, they didn't have as many holds on the map. They weren't as in control of the spawns as what they probably would have liked to have been. And Frxgrs were just all over them at every angle, every time on the map. They seem to have, you know, one player off in a very odd position and just taking BBR by surprise.
Yeah, and the Rockets seemed like they were getting used one at a time sort of thing. Players didn't really get too much control of them, and when they did get control of them, they put them to good use. But it felt like for the majority of that game, players would get the rockets, use one of them and die, and they sort of just dropped onto the ground. We saw a few times where the rockets didn't quite come in, but we could see the stats. Ninjestics, it felt like every time he was on our screen, he was doing work for his team, and you see it in the scoreboard as well.
Ninjestics having a huge game for himself there. massive numbers being put across the board. Even for BBR though, like they were putting up a very, very strong fight, holding positions when they needed to be, but it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. It seemed like the steam ran out of the train a little bit near the end. As strong as a fight that they were putting up, they just didn't have it in them to make a good push for one particular capture point or another particular capture point. You know, they were always just trading, especially all those times between A and C. Those aren't the 2 points that you want to hold, because pushing out from B onto one of those points is so much easier than having to literally run across the map from one to the other.
Yeah, this game was so back and forth between both teams. The game was so even. It felt like Frxgrs were dominating the first half, and BBR managed to bring it back as usual, right? BBR managed to bring it back somehow. It wasn't a Slayer, but they've done it in the Strongholds, and just crucial kills coming through from both teams to keep their team in the game, right? There was multiple times where we were on board with a player, and they had to get the kill to keep their team in it, and they were doing it almost every time.
People making like the right kills at the right time, but it just came down to, you know, a team can only have a certain amount of wrong time kills, and that's where I feel like BBR was lacking. Like Frxgrs just managed to capture those opportunities so much better than BBR did at a lot of points in those games. And even though the score came down to being so close at the beginning, I think it was those early game blowouts that led so much of the pace overall.
Yeah, no, for sure. Ninjestics coming in hot in game number 1, helping out his team to get the W against BBR. But we spoke before the series, and we think this is going to go to a game 5. So that was pretty much what we were expected, right? A really, really close game number 1.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I probably would have swayed that more on the side of BBR, so I'm actually a little bit surprised that Frxgrs managed to take that game and show themselves a little bit more in composure than BBR did in that particular set. But going into this recharge game now, man, Hoggy, I don't know who I would put my numbers on. I feel like it's way too close in this position. I think that's why we're sort of predicting it's going to go to a game 5.
Well, if Ninjestics can do the same work that he did in game 1, it's going to work even better in a Slayer as we're on board with Adz. He grabs the main layer, he'll go down from nades of the Frxgrs, and Juckor's the last one up already. And he does manage to get a kill, but he does get cleaned up. The camera's in the hand of Louqas as well, and he'll grab a mangler for himself.
Louqas is probably going to look to play very sneaky with this Camo Mangler combo. It's very easy for him to pick up a kill or two here and there, but it's not that easy when he manages to whiff 2 shots on it and not even get close enough for the melee. Does get a nade kill, but in my opinion, that is not the best use of Camo, especially getting a grasp on it and the Mangler so early on in the game.
No, definitely, but it's only 1 kill the lead. They've tied it up. BBR have managed to get themselves the lead. They've tied it up again. So BBR, they don't go down 10-0. As usual, they don't go down 10-0.
Yeah, setting the pace pretty well for themselves already, but maybe it's that that going down 10 magic that they need.
Yeah, maybe they need that.
This could spell, you know, their name on the Death Note page, Hoggy, right? Like, they may not be able to recover at any point from this, and Frxgrs may just blow them out. But we're not seeing either team really make good enough of a hold, like any positional holds. We're not seeing like a classic Chiefs, let's just hold Hydro, especially on a Slayer match. Juckor picking up a double kill there. There's not too much in terms of positioning that the teams are doing right now, just sort of making small rotations back and forth.
Yep, the players of Frxgrs are all over long haul and tower. Juckor's going in, he gets help from Adz as well. He's got another player in front of him, it's Louqas. He will push him for some reason. Louqas turns around, gets himself the double and the killing spree. bradlllzzzz will grab another. Raided's the last man up. Juckor just trying to play the spawns. They want to force spawn them through long haul. Juckor knows they're there.
Looks like
teammates
exactly
are pulling out. They've
done.
Split as well. They're going to push in from FlexRainZ. They've grabbed one of them, which was Raided. Can they get FlexRainZ? FlexRainZ manages to stay alive. He's got himself at single stack and he's jumped back around. Ninjestics in front of him. Juckor will take down Ninjestics as well. He'll shoot the nade as he tries to throw it, and they blow out the lead to 9 now, Bluey.
Yep, very, very convincing lead that they've managed to gain themselves here. You know, I would say in a Slayer, this is not what we're used to seeing BBR do. They do go 3 down there momentarily, so it's not over for Frxgrs yet. We've seen how strong they are. Misses both melees on both other teams' ends. They do play the smart thing, though. I like this play from both of them. Backing down, not trading any more shots, not going in for another melee. They're just trying to hold positions at the moment. BBR knows that they have a bit of groundwork here to play with.
Yeah, BBR are split at the moment, so bradlllzzzz and Juckor are going to work together to get top gold control. They've got 1 player to deal with. Can they take him down? No, he manages to get away through to batteries. Juckor's going to loop around. He does have 8 kills already. This will be his 9th if he can get it. He does grab it. He'll grab himself the pulse rifle. He's running hot with the 9 kills. He couldn't get the kill on Louqas as a player at bottom tower. He will make him one shot. Can he clean it up? It's almost taken him 3 shots from the pulse rifle to kill him. 1 down for either team. Ninjestics off to a rough start as well. He's only got 1 kill, Bluey, but 7 kills still the lead.
Having that shock rifle in play is huge for Juckor, and he manages to get away with his life, but he does get picked off from, I believe that was top tower position, which is very, very unfortunate after how long he had been alive. Adz is now wrapping around through long haul, going up to gold, so 2 players on the team of Frxgrs are sitting up there at the moment, and that nade may be too much to give him away, especially when Rated is going to drop down and just collapse on him instantly. bradlllzzzz Juckor sitting back Hydro. They are pushed in a little bit here, both Louqas, FlexRainZ and Rated collapsing on top of them. Juckor does manage to pick himself up another kill. Rated flipping himself down in this bottom position. He's going to be looking to get the flip on Juckor. Doesn't get pulsed away quite quickly and manages to get the kill on Juckor there. A little bit of a reversal coming out from him. Good shots from Rated.
Yeah, Frxgrs playing that a little weird. Rated had to turn around and try to look for his spawners, but he did manage to get down there to get the kill on Juckor. He almost got reversed on, but it didn't happen. He'll find Benjy as well. The camo is up. He's going to leave it for his teammates. He knows the 2 players are down at elevator, and he's pushing right in. He'll find Braddles. Can he get the 4 shot? No, he can't, but he still gets the kill. He's on a killing spree. Juckor's down there at the bottom tower as well. His teammate cleans him up. He's trying to push in to help out his team. I'm not sure where the camo went. Surely the side of Frxgrs were able to grab it, but Rated's on a killing spree, but he does go down. They've managed to bring it back, Bluey.
3 members down briefly there for Frxgrs. Not what you want to see at this point in the game. Of course, BBR hitting that 30 kill mark. They may be able to snowball things a little bit more. They have a collapse. They have a flank. Rated throwing his grenade and shooting it for the kill. Don't know if that was intentional, but very well played for him. 2 members of Frxgrs do go down. Little bit of a trade in positioning for BBR and Frxgrs. Juckor dropping the Mangler. Not too sure what he was doing there. Getting some shots out on Ninjestics. And there is a challenge for this mid-contest. Not sure why Ninjestics was putting himself down there. He was stuck in the pit there for a minute and does get taken out. Unfortunately, Ninjestics is not having a hot game at the moment. Hoggy, 4 and 11 on the board for him.
Yeah, a little bit unusual going from game number 1, but Juckor's going to use the grapple, get behind him. Ninjestics gets himself a double kill. Maybe he can use that to sort of bounce back in this game. BBR still 6 in the lead. Juckor's got the sword in hand. There's 4 players around the corner. He's jumped around. There's 1 below him as well. FlexRainZ is trying to play sneaky. He will drop down. The player below him starts shooting him. He's going to use the grapple to try to get out. Can he get the sword off the map at least? He manages to play his life and he's still alive. Benjy takes down FlexRainZ in the meantime. Ninjestics gets another. Juckor's still got the sword and he's just playing his life. Bluey, he's got FlexRainZ over at A. He jumps in behind Louqas. He gets shots on Ninjestics as well. He'll call it out. There's another player across. That's Rated. Adz is still there. He'll probably get himself a double kill. He will drop
2
down.
assists,
So
very well
Juckor
done.
is playing doing work for his team, even though he hasn't even used this sword yet.
No. I mean, Juckor's picked up a few kills here and there, but what he's doing is just taking positioning and making sure to work with his team. The grapple hook comes out, slice and dice, get him to the kitchen because he's going to be fried up. Very good play coming out from Juckor. He's just been managed to stay alive for so long. Bradlls now has camo and the Mangler, so we should see some good positioning come out from him. Not even choosing to take shots at that play, but he does get spotted out.
He rings out shots across the map. He'll get the call out there. He knows there's a player that was at single stack. He's got a player behind him. He hasn't used his camo too well in the end. Rated somehow takes him out. Can they clean up Rated? No, they can't. Adz will get Ninjestics though. Raid's pushing in for Benjy. Gets the shots down. His teammates clean it up. He's trying to push in, but he doesn't know where the players of BBR are. They're all over tower side and they've pushed in. He's getting the call out. He'll find Bradlls and get some shots out. He'll have to back down. So Frxgrs playing it a little slow. They're just trying to keep BBR exactly where they want them.
BBR now has enough of a lead where they can start playing a lot slower. FlexRainZ picking up kill after kill with that shock rifle, which is exactly what he needs to do in this position to get his team back in the game. And it looks like that those kills do ring out on the scoreboard very well. Only 4 kills the difference for Frxgrs to make, and as long as they don't get pushed out of their positions too much, they should be able to put themselves back in the game. Rated playing very sneaky with this Mangler, waiting for any opportunity to take down one of the players of BBR if they come through pipes, but it doesn't look like that's what they're going to be doing. 2 members, Ninjestics picks himself up a double. FlexRainZ does get taken down. Ninjestics picks himself up a 3rd kill. Players getting cleaned left and right on both sides, Hoggy.
Yeah, you were talking about Ninjestics early on with a few kills. He's up to 12 already. He's got himself 12 assists. He didn't pick up where he left off. Took him a little bit to get going, but he's back in it now for Frxgrs, and they're only 1 kill the difference. Benjy is stuck down at bottom elevator. Camo's up in 9 seconds. He'll find FlexRainZ to put the shots out. Benjy just needs to play his life. He'll find another, and Raiden, I don't know what he's doing. Raiden's been caught out. Benji's been caught out as well. He'll have to call out to Braddlllzzzz that there's a player pushing for batteries. Ninjestics playing his life. He'll grab the grapple and get himself out. There's only 1 kill left for BBR. BBR trying to push. They can see them all over at elevator side. Can they get into the tower and get themselves a kill? This game's going to slow down a lot now, Bluey. There's only
all it
2
takes
kills
for
left
BBR, though, to
get
one very convincing team shot right now. Frxgrs are choosing to stay stuck in this top gold position. They do not want to give this up. They don't want to give BBR the angles, and BBR don't want to give the angles either. Louqas pushing out right now. Might not be so good. FlexRainZ picks up a sword kill, well, and that's huge! The flank from a tie? Wait, what? In a Slayer game? 50 to 50? How does this happen? What?
The timing on the kills.
What is going on? What has happened right now?
The timing was just perfect on the kills. FlexRainZ with the flank, thinking that he had the kills his team needed. Juckor turns around and takes him out, and it's 50-all.
Have we ever seen a tie in a Slayer? What is this?
Could it be any closer though, right?
Oh my
Could it be
god.
any closer?
Like, I thought that FlexRainZ coming out from that flank, getting that sword kill would have cemented their win right there, but clearly, like, all these players have got to be laughing. I could only imagine being one of the players in the teams right now. You've just got to be having a laugh. There's no way that you're not having a chuckle. Like 50 to 50. Not even like a 49 to 49 and the timer runs out. It's 50 to 50. Both teams completed their mission, and now we've got to go to a game 3. That game might as well be null and void, Hoggy.
Yeah, and if we look at the scoreboard quickly, Ninjestics with 5,000 damage. So we called him out earlier on in the game that he was struggling off the bat, that he had all of the assists, and then he said, no, it's my turn to get some kills, boys. I'm going to stop assisting you and start getting some kills. So Ninjestics is showing up for Frxgrs, and it's probably the reason why they came back into that game, right? He probably got kills when he really, really needed to going into the second half of the game.
That is absolutely ridiculous. The amount of work, the amount of pressure that both teams were under in order to secure those kills and tie it up 50 to 50 is just insane. It's unprecedented, Hoggy. You never see this.
Yeah, we'll probably see it here in the replay right at the end. Exactly what happened, but FlexRainZ just went for the flank and Juckor turned around with the nade to get him, and Louqas pushed out. The timing, though, on Louqas pushing out, right? Juckor instantly turns around as he comes in. He didn't even take down FlexRainZ. It was somebody else.
Hold on, Hoggy,
Louqas,
hold on. There is rulebook ruling right now. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get a whisper in my ear, but if a Slayer game results in a tie, they have to replay the Slayer game. So it means we might potentially be seeing the game again, and I am getting word in my ear from our producer. We are restarting the map, but we are in an overtime kind of setting, a sudden death kind of setting. They only played a half the score, so to 25 kills. First team to hit 25 kills is going to be the one taking this map. So it's essentially a Slayer game to 75 now. But, man, if you are either of these teams in this position, I mean, you and I have got massive grins on our faces right now because this is... Oh, okay, sorry, another word in my ear. They play the full game out. So take that from what you will. Is this the first time that this has happened? Like, I'm speechless. This is absolutely ridiculous. Both teams have to play. I'm reading the rulebook messages that I'm getting in right now, just from our producers and such. That yeah, both teams are playing it to the full. TLDR, it's a full replay. If it ties again, the next replay will be for 25 points. So both teams, if you're listening right now, can we not do a 50-50 tie? Because we are going to be here all night if you manage to back and forth these teams. But if anything, Hoggy, this shows how closely these teams are tied in terms of skill. To tie up a 50-50 Slayer, to have to play it again on recharge, we've never seen this before. And they're going to have to run it back. Let's do the full run back. We're going to get into it, Hoggy. I am flabbergasted. Wow.
Can't we just play to 1 kill?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Hoggy. I'm sure that'd be absolutely fantastic viewing for everyone who's watching right now. Yeah, just make it an absolute sudden death to 1 kill. This is why you are a caster and not in charging, not in charge of the rulebook for HCS.
I used to be an admin, so is that a sad thing for me to say?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm so glad you're not the one making the calls right now.
Well, we're back into it, and Braddles has already got himself 1 kill, so that's BBR with the win. We'll go into game number 3. Now, BBR get 2 kills off the bat. 2 players go down for Frxgrs. Jukkor's already in a sneaky little spot. He's got a teammate with him. His teammate does spawn an elevator as well, so there'll be 3 of BBR trying to push through Turbine. Adz will go down above him. It's Ninjestics trying to take him out. Louqas will get another. And they do have camo in the hands of Louqas, so Louqas using that to get themselves the lead.
Louqas with the camo very early on. Used it to very good measure to manage to get that little flank on, get the team shots required for his team, and pick up 2 kills for himself. Assist coming out for Frxgrs on him. Benjy picking up a kill on FlexRainZ cross map. Adz also getting a kill on Raided. They are wiping out the members of Frxgrs from that position. Louqas, unfortunately, tunnel vision. They're trying to secure that kill, but gets beat down himself. So BBR now up 2 kills on top of Frxgrs.
Yeah, I don't know about that play from Louqas. He saw 2 of his teammates go down, and he still moved in himself. Maybe he was just trying to trade out a kill, but it probably would have been better if he played his life. You can see Adz playing really sneaky. He gets the double. How does Adz manage to stay alive? Braddles helps him out. Ninjestics could not do anything to help out his team. He's got Braddles trying to push in, but he'll back down. He can't get the headshot. BBR's up by 4. 0 kills for Juckor. 0 kills for Raided.
Really needs to make this shock rifle count if he wants to start getting some quick and easy kills in favor of his team. Unfortunately, he hasn't been hitting the shots that I think he'd be hoping to see either. A very, very close one on Benjy there. Doesn't quite manage to finish him. He does, though. That last shot, Killjoy. Benjy, in fact, was on a killing spree. He had 5 kills. That was his first death in the game, Hoggy.
Yeah, Benjy off to a hot start, and that's probably why the BBR's up by 4. Jukkor's going to grab himself a sword. I swear we've seen Juckor had the sword for too much in this Slayer. And the Frxgrs.
Well, we have seen, you know, to be fair, Hoggy, we have seen 2 Slayer games unfold before our eyes right now in the same series. So, you know, that's probably why we're seeing a little bit of extended Juckor sword time.
Most definitely. He's trying to play his life, but Raided drops down with the nade. The sword will be dropped. Louqas is pushing around to try help Raided. The players of BBR are all on the other side of the map. He won't try to push into elevator. He'll wait for his team. Just get the shots out. His teammate goes straight in, though. Adz will clean up Raided. Louqas is going to have to back down. I like this play. This is much better than what he did earlier where he pushed in.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing a little bit smarter with his life than he did before. We are seeing a lot of members of Frxgrs go down very, very quickly in succession. One after another. Raided and Louqas have a good little position here, and they had to keep. Benjy was just pinned down in pit after he dropped. There was nothing he could do. Louqas with a bit of a sneaky flank. I don't think he'll win this trade. He does manage to get away with his life. He's going to need for some support from his team, and he does. Braddles goes down, and an assist coming in for Louqas.
Yeah, he's in another fight here. He'll find 2 of BBR. That's what it feels like at the moment. It feels like BBR are always going into most of their fights with 2 players. FlexRainZ will clean up Benjy. He'll get shots across the map. Adz has got the sword in hand. He'll take down Raided. Adz is around the corner trying to be real sneaky. Jukkor's playing there as well. Adz is across map. He's got the sword here in top gold. They are up by 4 points now, so Frxgrs have kept it close. We're almost 4 minutes into the game as well.
Slow pace game already. I'm sure these teams are going to be playing very, very much so.
They do not want 50-50
on their toes. Yep, they do not want 50-50, Hoggy. Exactly right. They're going to try. BBR is going to try and hold this lead for as long as possible, and just get the team shots down where they matter. You can see how stalemated both of these teams are. There's complete no man's land at the moment, and none of the members of either team are trying to cross that no man's land.
Yeah, well, Camo's up in 5 seconds. Even the sword's up in 5 seconds. So that combination would be enough to get you back into the game. BBR have sent 2 across the elevator. They're going to send 2 down long haul as well. Adz is coming in. The players of Frxgrs have gone down for the camo. Benjy will go down next to him. They will trade out 2 kills each. Camo is in the hands of Frxgrs. I think it might have been burnt. Adz is trying to push around. He's got a player behind him, but Benjy cleans him up. And Ninjestics does have camo. He's managed to grab it.
Sides have been swapped, Hoggy. Look at this. Now the members of Ninjestics are on the gold side, but we do... the members of Frxgrs, sorry. 2 focused on Ninjestics right now with the camo Mangler. Easy beatdown for him, and this is where we should see the members of Frxgrs take advantage of the power weapon that they hold within their hands. It is the Mangler. Hopefully they can catch up on a little more kills, but as I say that, BBR still keeping that 5-point lead, Hoggy.
Yep, the 3 players of Frxgrs are going to be stuck at Hydro. Adz is going to spot one out. He nades himself, though.
Oh, no.
He gets taken down. Perfect shots, though. The nade does hit. Adz has got the sword, but the sword has taken him down. FlexRainZ has it as well. FlexRainZ will push straight in. He's got a teammate right next to him. He's going to use the grapple to get in close to the player at gold. He's going to head up, but bradlllzzzz is running away. He knows that he's coming. He's got a player next to him. That's his teammate. bradlllzzzz is trying to get shots down on FlexRainZ. FlexRainZ has run one shot with the sword. He's going to play this angle. This is what we see all the time with the sword, Bluey.
Very passive play. In the hands of FlexRainZ now, not Juckor. But the same kind of playstyle being adapted from sword to sword. Making sure he can just hold this passive position, and he does, taking down Benjy. Benjy a little bit too aggressive. And gets punished for it near immediately. Will FlexRainZ be able to take down bradlllzzzz? He's lost where he is, but it looks like he's going to be able to get the assassination down. bradlllzzzz does get taken down because he was just peeking that midsection too aggressively. So many shots coming down
How is he alive?
on FlexRainZ, but he does manage, repulses himself for that little bit of extra momentum. He manages to keep himself alive. Full rotation of the map nearly as he tries to collapse on the members of BBR.
Yeah, he's going to push in with the sword. Two of his teammates go down. The camo is up. Ninjestics grabs it again, so Ninjestics has another one. He's tried to drop the sword for Ninjestics, is what it felt like, and he will go down, and Ninjestics will go down as well. They were trying to trade the sword out, but they weren't able to do it. Double kill for Juckor. The last one up is raided, and he's down as well. Teammates are spawning across the map. So BBR take the lead, and they're 5 kills up now, Bluey.
5 kills up once again, but we've seen Frxgrs close the gap even in this game. Once, maybe twice before. So both teams just playing so passively, getting aggressive at stages, but it comes and goes in small bursts. There's never sort of continuous gunfire going on. Another trade coming out for both teams. 4 kills makes the difference in the hands of BBR. They seem to have more control over the game, but Louqas does have that shock rifle and gets a good long-range pick. Louqas needs to continue making these plays, but as I say that, he does unfortunately get taken down. So shock rifle should be in the hands of BBR. Let's see if they can make some plays with it, if any.
Yeah, very back and forth game. Still 5 kills the lead for BBR, 6. As Juckor's getting shots across the map. His teammate is over there, and that's bradlllzzzz, who'll have to take a fight with Louqas, who does have the shock rifle. He's going to try to get in behind him, and he does manage to get there. Can he get the kill, though? He doesn't. Louqas reverses on him. Raided has the sword. He's trying to come in to save him, and he won't be able to, but they do trade out the kill. Only 4 kills the difference, but every time it feels like the Frxgrs are getting kills, BBR's managed to trade out some kills somehow.
Every time Frxgrs gets 1, BBR gets 2. That's what the narrative seems to be right now. And that's going to give them, you know, such a step ahead. bradlllzzz's getting a really good nade kill there. Does fumble the jump on window, but he manages to get up, keep himself alive. He should be able to pick off Louqas here. Oh my god, how is Louqas staying alive? Finally manages to pick up that kill. Come on, bradlllzz. What is going on there? Member just manages to run past him with the sword. Going to be a kill off of Raided. FlexRainZ and Louqas pick up a kill there. They are managing to eke this score more and more. Only 6 kills left for BBR. Let's not make it a 50-50, boys. Please, let's not do that.
3 kills the difference. The sword's down. The camo's up. 3 kills left for BBR. As I say it, though, 3 of them go down. Louqas will grab himself the camo and the sword, but no, the nades come in. It's only 2 kills left for BBR. Adz is going to try push in. I think there's a player right below him, but he doesn't know that. He's going to push through. He's trying to get the flank on with his team. Camo goes to FlexRainZ. bradlllzzzz gets a kill. It's only 1 kill left. FlexRainZ wants the sword and the camo, but there's only 1 kill for BBR. Can BBR get it? FlexRainZ is trying to move around. And that's it. Juckor gets it.
With a mangler. It's done. Oh, hallelujah. Not another 50-50. Let's go. Wow. I mean, that was definitely the kind of play that you wanted to see coming out there from BBR. To keep control of that game for as long as they did, it always seemed like they had 5 points up ahead. And you could definitely see, I couldn't imagine being a player in their shoes, having to play 2 Slayers of the same back-to-back. Don't want to do that for a 3rd time. Definitely don't want to be playing for, what, 125 kills? Not a chance. So good stuff coming out there for BBR. They take another one. Yeah, wow.
And Ninjestics again with 15 kills. 15 kills for Ninjestics, so he doesn't stop there. He takes his same sort of play style and killing power into the replay for Slayer.
Adz with a triple kill. And a Bultra on the board. Sorry, I didn't even know that that medal existed in this game, because it seems every time you go up against a player with a sword, you just die. So that must be a huge accomplishment for him. The first Bultra ever. Well done, Adz. Good stuff, mate.
Yeah, it looks like BBR got like a small lead early on, and they sort of held it the whole game, right, Blue? It was always a 5-kill lead, basically, the whole game.
Yep. Yeah, never at one point did they let Frxgrs sort of catch up and hold a lead of their own. Even when Frxgrs would get a couple of kills and sort of eke that score further and further, BBR just held that 5-point lead and managed to hold it through the entirety of the game pretty much. You could definitely tell that it was on for these players. They knew that there was maybe some little fundamental mistakes coming out from both teams that they just needed to adjust on, because there's no way that the game should be all tied up 50-50. You just don't see that. So yeah, playing very well, both teams. I think it was pretty equal all around, especially for how close the score was for the majority of the game. But at the end of the day, BBR getting that 5-point lead and just being able to hold that through and through just means that they had more control, more composure on the match overall.
Yeah, it felt like such a scrappy game, right? It was sort of like slowed down, and it got to the point where it was playing so slow that when they sort of traded out kills, it was just like 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3. And they were just trading back and forth. So the slowing down of the game sort of put it into that favor where it was just trading each other.
Yep, sure thing. Looks I'm getting a little message from the producer. It looks like there is going to be a restart on this game. So they will be coming back to us. And Hoggy, with how closely these teams sort of match each other, especially bracket-wise, did you see these scores going back-to-back? We did predict it going to a Game 5 in the end, but I think both games have been so close overall. Have you seen little sparks of one team being stronger than the other at all in both of these games that we've watched now?
It felt like the Frxgrs played very well in game number 1, right? And at the start of game number 1, and they sort of fizzled it out a little bit in the middle and managed to bring it out in the first game. And then in the second game, we had 2 opportunities to see both teams play.
Yeah.
And both times it felt like BBR were just that one step ahead in game number 2.
Yeah.
And it was just in the second replay of that, they were able to hold on to that lead the whole way through.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like whether one team slowed it down and didn't play into the other. It felt like both teams could sort of play either style. As you saw in both games, right? Because even in Strongholds, for example, it speeds up a lot, slows down a lot, speeds up a lot, and both teams are just know how to play both ways, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. But I think at the end of the day, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at BBR being able to take control and hold composure for those longer bursts than what Frxgrs are. It feels like Frxgrs just has that element of crumbling a little bit more than what BBR does. BBR are actually able to put themselves into a position where even when they are down, they can communicate well enough to put the game more so back into their control and back into their pace. And I think we definitely saw that come to fruition in that second Slayer game. And even in the first, the Strongholds match that we had, because there were a lot of moments within that game where Frxgrs just had a little bit more control, but BBR still managed to take control and sort of blot out the score more in their favor. But then, of course, that fell to Frxgrs at the end of the day. I am looking at it more so in favor of BBR. I think they just have more experience, they have more composure overall, and that's what's more important in these particular scenarios.
Yeah, and we've seen BBR play on live fire a couple of times today, and their opening strategy has been push through dummies and sort of get that flank going off the bat. So we'll see if that's the play. And you do not want Juckor to get the snipe.
No, absolutely.
We've already seen that.
We saw what he's done today with it. He's an absolute handyman with it. And yeah, I think it has to come down to, you know what, we've talked about in this in the past, and maybe it was the Open Series on Sunday, where BBR doesn't take into priority power weapons or the power-ups on the match as much as they would like. So hopefully, now this being a best of 5 with so much on the line, they do take that a little bit more, and you can see Bradl straight off the break, pushing for that sniper with his team, putting Frxgrs on the back foot, and in fact just pushing all the way into C spawn. Juckor does have the snipe in his control, had the ball for just a second, does unfortunately get taken down, but Frxgrs are all 4 down at the moment, giving BBR plenty of time to set up with the ball.
Juckor was taken down. Surely he'll get himself the sniper. Benjy's got it. Benjy might want to drop the ball for his teammate if he can. Bradlls will take down Louqas. The camo is up. FlexRainZ is pushing in to try grab it. 2 players of BBR have already pushed top middle to go on the flank. You can see Juckor who goes down. Ninjestics is going to grab himself the camo. Benjy is left all alone with the sniper and the ball. No one's on him, but Ninjestics has the camo with the heat wave.
Bradl's backing him up here though. Benjy might not have to sack his life. He does spot out the player with camo. Unfortunately, Ninjestics, the camo's all he needs, and a pair of his fists. He goes in swinging, picks up himself a double kill, and now we see the tide of the game turn a little bit more in Frxgrs' favor. But we do see a very interesting spawn come out from BBR as they spawn B-Bend Courtyard, and they're going to push up on Rat's Nest immediately with 2 other members of BBR just pushing down top mid.
And Ninjestics still has the heat wave and the camo. They'll trade out a kill for either team. He also has the sniper. He'll get himself a second. His teammate takes him down. It's 3 down for the side of BBR. bradllllzzz's the last man up. Can FlexRainZ take him out so they can get this tower set up going? Adz is already to nest though, and Adz is going to get shots on an Ninjestics, and he'll take him down. Adz is pushing in. Raid's going to have to drop the ball and slay. Players all around him trying to play his life. The ball is down. Louqas will take a kill for himself. And he will be able to grab the ball, it seems. He's trying to find players, but he can't find anybody. He doesn't know where they are. Jukkor's pushed in. He will get him as well. He's got a player above him and one underneath him. He does get a second. He gets himself the second. He's got a killing spree as well. There's a third under him, but he'll go down. The ball did get played by Adz, so Adz gets a nice play ball. It's only 10 kills, 10 points the difference.
During that whole time, even with all that ring around, that do-si-do, Frxgrs held the ball, threw the ball out a little bit preemptively, but as I say that, the ball has been played and Ninjestics was on top of that, immediately grabbing it and running it warehouse side, closing up that score gap a little bit more, but now bradllllzz is just all on his lonesome, holding that ball time for as long as possible, sees 2 players of Frxgrs push down top mid, and I think he's going to be quaking a little bit here. Hoggy does take down Ninjestics, and Flex, possibly, no, Flex answers back with the Mangler, doesn't need the beat down.
Yeah, Benjy's teammate, bradllllzzz's teammate Benjy comes in for the cleanup. It was 3 down momentarily for Frxgrs. They're spawning all over at tower, and BBR have the setup inside house. Adz has got the mangler for himself, trying to play it slow and just call out to his teammates. He'll find Raided, get a few shots out. He gets hit by a nade. The kills get traded out. bradllllzz will get himself a double, and he was on the flank top middle. 2 of his teammates go down. Adz the last man up. It's Ninjestics versus Adz. Will Ninjestics push him? No, he won't. Adz is going to stay back as well.
Oh,
he does push in, though, and he finds him. He gets the call out from his teammate. Ninjestics is trying to get this sniper in the hands of his team. The ball is still down. They will grab it and get some scrap time. The players of BBR are pushing him. He'll grab the mangler. He'll get a shot out. Juckor gets a kill as well as Adz. bradllllzz will go down. Raided gets 1. Raided pushes straight out for the double, and he does get it. He's going to push round through Garage. He's got another player in front of him. Still 1 shot, so he waits for his shield. His teammate pushes in. FlexRainZ gets another. They do have control, and it looks like Frxgrs will get control.
This
should
be Frxgrs' opportunity to make a good setup here, get a whole bunch of ball time. They are about 20 points down, but as they hold that ball, let it tick up. They are closing that score gap a little bit more and more. bradllllzz had the sniper there, so that's going to fall into the hands of Raided, and he's going to be able to give his team a little bit of backup with this long-range, heavy-caliber weapon. Unfortunately, doesn't hit any shots, doesn't hit Juckor there. He's going to have to duck bottom mid, and they're just going to make for a simple ball rotation. Juggle this ball a little bit into warehouse. Actually, he's going to toss it down on bottom door there. Very interesting play. Maybe a bit of a bait because they do realize that, yes, in fact, camo is up.
Yeah, 2 of his teammates were down, so he decides to drop it, and they're going to slay.
Oh.
He won't be able to get 1. Ninjestics last up. They do have the camo as well, and he'll be spawning over at tower. All the players from Frxgrs will be on the other side of the map. BBR have a small setup going. bradllllzz is trying to play slow. We can see 4 players are all pushing through green. FlexRainZ has gone bottom middle behind bradllllzz, but bradllllzz has got this flank top middle again. He finds 2 of them. They somehow catch him out, though. He will be behind FlexRainZ, though, and he'll take him out. Or will he, though? FlexRainZ stays alive somehow and jumps back out. He didn't need to do that. He could have tried to play his life. bradllllzz still has the camo to get some shots on Louqas. Louqas will have to run away with the ball. Frxgrs will have it momentarily, but bradllllzz has done some work. He tried to get in. Adz will take down a kill. Adz is still alive, and he gets himself a double. It looks like bradllllzz takes him out, though, in the process. Raided will get a kill as well. 2 players from Frxgrs are here down at green, and bradllllzz is doing work with this camo. He stayed alive for so long, put so many shots down, and they're going to have one last chance, Frxgrs, to push in. Raided is trying to do that right now.
Yep, Frxgrs probably have 1 good push left within them in order to stop this ball timer from ticking up as much as possible. BBR are making really, really good rotations here. And just holding the ball, juggling it, not even just milking seconds, eking out seconds here and there for it. But that's the difference maker, especially with oddball games at this caliber of play. You know, you don't want a player dedicated to just holding the oddball the whole time. You want them to drop the ball when necessarily, make some slays, and that's exactly what BBR is doing. bradllllzz putting 15 kills up on the board for his teammates. The rest of BBR just seems to be playing more closely objective, more closely with each other in order to blow out that score as much as possible for their team, for BBR.
Yeah, only 17 points left. Frxgrs have taken down a few members of BBR, and they will get ball control down at green. They still have to hold 50 points, so they're probably going to have to slay him through a couple more times. Camo's up in 10 seconds. Rocket's Sniper is up. The Camo's actually up now. Sorry, Juckor will grab it, so BBR have Camo. Juckor's heading bottom middle. Benjy will get a kill. He's looking for the heat wave. It ain't there. FlexRainZ is there. He's going to not shoot him. He's going to play it slow. He's going to get himself a single kill. He's going to push out. bradlllzzzz gets another. They're going to take out the ball carrier, but the ball will get played, and it'll go back to bottom middle. So BBR have had the camo twice now, and they've used it perfectly to keep the side of Frxgrs from getting this win.
You say that, but Juckor hasn't really managed to do all too much with this ball here. He collapses on 2 team members of Frxgrs and immediately just gets turned on, taken down, and now I feel like that could have cost BBR a whole bunch of ball time, especially if right now FlexRainZ actually manages to secure that kill. I was doubtful, but he goes down immediately, being picked off by Benjy, and the ball is now just sitting there in play for anyone to be able to get. Ninjestics with that heat wave. Good little 3-shot kill there. Another kill on bradlllzz. Another 3-shot kill. So clean coming out from Ninjestics. Does get taken down from Benjy. Benjy now has the snipe. He's going to be just looking for tower positions right now. Gets a snipe immediately. Says, no, that ball's going into play by my hands, not yours. Oh, with the no-scope as well. Putting it into play when it counts. Jesus, Benjy. Look at you, mate. You're a machine. He knows he's on fire at the moment. And the ball is in the hands of BBR right now. Only 5 points left. Juckor takes a kill from cross-map. 3 points left to go. 2. Safe to say that BBR has this round in the bag. We're going into another one.
Benjy clutching up when his team needed it. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. We can't see it anymore, but Louqas only has 3 kills.
Oh, wow. I mean,
3 kills in that whole round.
Yep, they reset for this round, but if that is the truth, Hoggy, and I'm going to take your word for it, mate, but that is not the kind of... I promise you. I promise you. That is not the kind of performance you want from Louqas at the moment. That being said, 2 for 2 on the side of both teams. So there's going to need to be a little bit of back and forth. Nice little mangle shot on FlexRainZ there. He's going to have to back down, but he does trade 2 shots in on Juckor. Juckor's so weak, gets taken down immediately off the break of Frxgrs spawn in warehouse. So Frxgrs should be able to play for camo and the ball right now. They should have a good rotation, good positioning out to match.
Camo's about to spawn. Benjy's trying to go on the flank, and it won't work. FlexRainZ gets himself the camo to clean up bradlllzz.
Playing so sneaky with the ball under the noses of BBR and just hogging all that ball time for himself.
Yeah, he hands over the heat wave to FlexRainZ, who does have camo. The players of BBR are trying to push through Garage. FlexRainZ has got 2 in front of him. He'll get 1, but he'll get cleaned up. Gets into a melee fight with the camo. 2 players of BBR down. 3 players down now. So Frxgrs still have the ball in hand. Juckor's trying to put shots out. He'll need to play his life if he can, but he's going to take on Rated though, and he will get him with the perfect 4-shot. The heat wave shots are coming in bottom middle. The ricochets don't connect on him. Benjy's going to push out. Benjy gets some shots out on the ball. He will get on the flank of the players of Frxgrs. Ninjestics is staying alive. Ninjestics has been a beacon of light for Frxgrs in this final.
Oh my
And he's doing it again.
God.
The heat wave is his weapon on this map, and he's just been taking out players left and right with it.
True that, Hoggy. The heat wave is his weapon. If you saw, he had a scattergun and metal come out, which is 5 shotgun kills within a map for him. So you can tell this is his weapon of choice right now, and he's using it at peak efficiency. We saw a double kill just in the round before come out back-to-back from Ninjestics. You know, 3 shots down lane, and he manages to connect with all of them. This is the player to watch for Frxgrs on Ninjestics, playing so strongly throughout the entirety of the day. And Frxgrs picking up so much ball time that BBR unfortunately has to make up for now.
Yeah, 40 points the difference. The players of BBR do have control around the ball, but they are not able to get a setup going. Frxgrs are trying to push in. Juckor will get a kill. 3 down for Frxgrs. Rated last man up, and he'll go down as well. Oh no, he does stay alive. He is alive, and he's got camo. He's trying to be really, really sneaky. He manages to grab it. Can he stay alive? He can't. He'll get taken down. The ball time is ticking up finally, but it won't be for very long as Frxgrs is already pushing in. Benjy's getting the call as to come help out Juckor. There's nobody here though. The players of Frxgrs are somewhere else.
Are not holding onto this ball for very long. In fact, throwing it out into that the screens position there when it should have been the better play to just rotate it back B, wouldn't you say, Hoggy? I feel like they would have racked up a ton more time and also had the opportunity to just deny the ball from Frxgrs in playing it and just throwing it off the map. But now they've kind of just handed it to them Frxgrs in a very good position to just even rack up more ball time and blow out that score in their favor even more.
Well, we saw Benjy push around to try help Juckor out, and if I had to be a betting man, I would say 2 players pushed through garage and then went bottom middle and then came through screens, and they were not expecting it. They decided to move it to screens, and they flanked bottom middle when they were not expecting it. Adz does have the sniper in hand. Louqas will push out on him. Adz is feeling it. He jumps back out, but he'll slide all the way out. He was the last man up. He has to keep the sniper in hand, but there's only 30 points left. He has to make big plays. He doesn't manage to do it. He'll drop down again, and he will go down. Not ideal for BBR.
Adz cannot connect. Those old man thumbs just can't move fast enough. It seemed like in both those instances the crosshair wasn't moving. That's not what we like to see. We want to see flicks come out from Adz in order to get those headshots. Couldn't secure them in those fundamental, crucial moments. Unfortunately, they have about 70 points to make up for in the scoreline, and with how deep this game is in Hoggy, I'm not sure they're going to be able to pull that one out of the bag. They have a lot of positioning to make up for, a lot of kills to make up for, and a lot of objective score to make up for too.
They have taken down 3 members of Frxgrs, though bradlllzzzz is in a battle for his life. He's staying alive. He does manage to get towards top middle with the camo. He has the camo as well. He's dropped down right in front of the 2 players, though, and he's trying to run away.
What is he doing?
They don't even see him. How is he still alive? They're right behind him. They're pushed in.
Oh, no.
They know he's there, but he's created enough of a distraction to turn around and almost get himself a double. His teammate's going to clean it up. No, Raided's still alive, and there it is. Last man's up, Ninjestics. So this is the comeback, Bluey. They've got 40 points in a row. They have camo as well. Can they do it?
They are making very, very good ball time now, hitting that 50-point mark. Ninjestics going for that cheeky jump, but he fumbles it, but he still manages to get away with his life after taking so much damage from that Mangler. It's just going to take BBR to hold this position for long enough, and that's exactly what it appears like they're doing, Hoggy, hitting that 60-point mark. 10 seconds, nearly, I would say it's about 30 seconds of just straight uncontested ball time. It seems like no matter how many bodies Frxgrs throw at them on this tower position, they're not able to make good use of it. And they just go down player after player. They're constantly 2 down, and you cannot make a good push with that. FlexRainZ goes down to Juckor with that heat wave, and it should enable BBR to get a little bit more ball time. It looks like it's currently stuck, Hoggy, which is super unfortunate. That's not what they would want for themselves. They cannot pick up that ball, and unfortunately, Raided does at this point.
Oh no, Adz wasn't able to pick up the ball and play it. He wanted to play it. He didn't want to leave it at top tower. Now Frxgrs have the ball at the tower themselves. BBR's got one last chance to push in. There's only 4 seconds remaining. Raided's already moved the ball to back tower, and he'll go down, but it doesn't matter. Frxgrs take game number 3, and they'll go 2-1 up in the series. Or was that a tie?
That was round, Hoggy. Yeah,
was that round?
We've still got one more to go, buddy. You're jumping
oh my god, I thought BBR lost the first round. I don't know what I'm thinking.
BBR took that first round, so we're going into round 3 now. There's going to have to be a lot of adaptation from both teams here in order to play a lot cleaner than what they were before. I feel like there's been big key mistakes coming out from both teams from both rounds, and we've swapped those perspectives, but unfortunately, I'm saying this, and Frxgrs immediately go 2 down. There's no contest from them whatsoever. Sniper is in place somewhere. I'm not entirely sure who has it, if anyone. But I think, in fact, it's just on the ground somewhere waiting for its owner to come back to it. It's like a sad puppy, Hoggy. It needs to be in play on this map.
Yeah,
Louqas has it.
Louqas has got it in hand. Raided's pushing up. He'll back down. They should be able to move the ball, but no, there's a player on the flank. It's probably bradlllzzzz. bradlllzzzz has been on the flank the whole game. Juckor gets 1. Louqas comes up with the heat wave to clean him up. 2 down for either side. Louqas trying to play his life. He's got Ninjestics right below him. There is also another player from BBR down here. He's going to push him. His teammates take it out. He has sniper heat wave in hand. He's got a player out near at camo. He does hit the shot somehow. Perfect shot. He doesn't want to move the ball, and he does. He does grab the ball. Perfect. His teammates can try to get a hold here at tower. Raided's trying to get shots on Adz as he'll back down. He gets stuck by Adz, though. So there's 2 down for the side of Frxgrs. Louqas is going to have to whip out the heat wave, but he turns around at the wrong time. Benjy gets the back smack. All of them go down. The ball gets reset. BBR will move the ball to tower, and Benjy has the sniper as well.
Louqas, unfortunately, there was not able to make any real impactful plays with the 2 power weapons that he had within his hands, and unfortunately, he's just handed them right over to BBR. Benjy now on this top tower with the snipe, looking for the pick, flicking between player and player, and he takes down FlexRainZ in a very convincing headshot. He knows Louqas is down at the bottom there. He's going to challenge with his teammate, but it looks like that was a bit of an exchange going on. Connects with that body shot so close to the no-scope. Both teams entering back and forth with these kills coming out. BBR is in the lead score-wise, but it's not that much of a lead at all. Hoggy Frxgrs just needs to make one very good ball hold, and they will be able to blow out that score enough for them.
Yeah, Juckor knows that Ninjestics is on the flank and he's going to grab himself a sniper. 2 players down for Frxgrs. Juckor's trying to look for any players he can. The ball needs to come back towards tower. No! He gets the headshot.
Bodyguard.
He gets the body shot. Can he clean up Ninjestics? Ninjestics will play his life. Juckor will back down. The ball still hasn't moved from bottom middle now.
Okay.
Gets the no-scope for another kill. He's out of ammo, so we won't be able to see anymore. FlexRainZ will come in and take him out. Benjy's trying to get a kill on Raided, but the nade comes in. He does have camo as well.
Dance around the
He will go
scoreboard.
down, so the camo's burned. The ball didn't move from bottom middle, but Frxgrs have managed to get it out, and they'll tick up some time.
Yep, Frxgrs have gotten the ball out, and they have rotated it warehouse side. They just need to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Juckor does manage to pick up 1 kill in flex range, so Frxgrs down a player for this team fight. And it looks like Frxgrs attempted to run this ball over to B Bend, did get killed, so there's no play coming out from them.
Yeah, the ball gets moved towards green. Adz is the last alive, though, for BBR. They do move the ball. They do manage to get 3 of BBR. You can see 3 red X's in his screen. He's got a player up to his left. He's
very sneaky here.
They do not know he's here. He's playing real sneaky.
Not even taking any shots at any opportunity. Doesn't want to, just wants to get close to his flex range as possible. Doesn't take him down. He's choking as we speak. The man's got some granola in his mouth, just splattering all over the place, twitching on those thumbsticks as he just chokes on the kill. That's so unfortunate. That's not what you want in that position. He had the play down pat. Didn't even shoot Louqas when he saw him on Rat Bridge. Gets close to flex range as possible, but then gets taken down. It's such an ugly, messy trade. Absolute just misplay there from him, and unfortunately that's cost him such good positioning.
Yeah, not ideal for Adz, but his teammates do clean it up, and they did get a little bit of ball time, scrap time, I'd say. They're only 2 points behind. Adz is playing sneaky again to get a back smack. The camo is coming up now. Ninjestics tries to burn it, but he won't be able to grab it. The ball will be in the hands of Adz. He's trying to milk a little bit of time as the players from Frxgrs are pushing in. They're going to go around bottom of tower. They will be below him. His teammates are trying to get there. Louqas will get taken down. Benjy gets himself another. So it's 2 dead again for Frxgrs. 3 down. Ninjestics last alive. This whole round, Ninjestics has been the last one up for his team, and bradlllzzzz does have the camo as well. They're trying to take down Ninjestics, but he's milking his life as much as he can. But the nades finally come in. Benjy will clean him up. BBR finally have a little bit of a hold. Juckor gets the back smack. bradlllzz is going to find another player in front of him.
BBR very
shots, but BBR have a really nice hold.
Yep,
they're up to 70 points.
Making a very convincing hold now, and Frxgrs just can't get that footing in order to peek around, lay some damage on Adz, the ball carrier. Look how much time Adz has to his name right now. 120 seconds with that counter going up, and of course, as that counter goes up, so does it gets close to that 100 ball time. And he's not just carrying the ball, Hoggy. Picks up a double kill and manages to scrap up those kills for his team. Only 9 more shots left to go. He's having damage rain down upon him. 7 seconds left for BBR. These are going to be crucial moments for them. You don't want to hand Frxgrs positioning on that tower side. BBR needs to play aggressive and also play smart enough and lay that damage down where needed.
Juckor manages to get 2 shots right before he gets taken down. Benjy's top middle, and he'll clean up the kill that Juckor's made weak. That nade has most likely hit FlexRainZ, and it has.
Sure did.
Adz will clean it up. He's got heat wave as well. They're going to be grabbing the ball. Benjy's trying to stop them from pushing in. They haven't been able to get it just yet. Ninjestics will take him down. There's only 5 seconds left. Adz is just going to milk as much time. The player coming in bottom middle will take him down. There's another huge fight for Juckor. Can he win it? He does. He gets the double kill. Only 2 points left. He'll find a triple, and he does.
With the triple.
Juckor going huge. Can he get the overkill? He does not. Oh, he does get it. He gets the overkill, but goes down. Huge for his team. And he will win the game for BBR.
Juckor with that play at the end there just summarized how that round went for BBR overall without him landing that triple kill, that over. I believe he was robbed of the medal, but let's wipe that from the record. That was a massive play. That's exactly how he needed to perform at the end there, and I think that's twice in 2 matches today where we've seen Juckor absolutely pop off on live fire. It seems like he molds himself very well to this map. He knows the positioning, he knows the rotations, and he knows how to work with his roster in BBR. You can definitely tell how well this player is excelling on this roster, and with a 43 kill game, 20.3 KDA, landing 19 assists as well. He was doing massive amounts of work for his team and laying down the damage where necessary. Absolute star player for his team, I would say, in the game that we just witnessed.
11,000 damage above his teammates.
On.
He is putting in work for BBR. Ninjestics just in the middle range on the damage side, but it felt like whenever we were on Ninjestics, he was doing work for his team, getting kills when it counted, if that makes sense, right?
He was, yeah, absolutely. Ninjestics was getting the kills, even those in those tricky positions where all he had to do was milk his life, just provide enough of a distraction. He was doing that. He was dancing around those pillars while he was one-shot for a good 10 seconds. And Benjy only managed to pick him off just at that last final bit. But by the time that was up, you know, Frxgrs actually managed to make a good little rotation onto tower. So it was important moments like that, which don't exactly amount in kills, but just being able to be a distraction, make a very tough little rat play. And yeah, here was Ninjestics landing those clean 3 shots back after back. Man, like Ninjestics was playing out of his mind as well. That cannot be understated. But BBR were just so strong in their comms, in their teamwork, how grounded they felt throughout the entirety of that match.
Look at the score. It's 82 to 35, and they're ticking up on the points in the second round. In the third round, it stayed close. But Juckor was basically the difference maker right at the end.
Yep.
As we'll see right here. Gets himself an overkill, an unofficial overkill. I'm pretty sure he gets the melee, but it does not give him the medal. Look at the kill feed.
Yeah,
he gets the melee, but he does not get the medal at the end.
I'll give him an overkill. Someone craft this man like a little overkill cookie and hand it to him on land just to make up for what he lost, because I feel like he was robbed there. But hey, you know, the game's made the decision itself. But absolutely, you know, we've talked about him so much now, especially on 2 live fire games. Juckor playing very, very strong in both matches. Now we're going on to CTF Aquarius, Hoggy, which I feel as though both of you and I are a bit divided on in how teams manage to play this. I definitely agree that in some aspects, teams fall on their fundamentals from previous Halo games, but this is Infinite, and it plays very different from previous Halo games. I never really see this map, this game type, fall into what I would see as like an old school kind of game. I feel like there are too many variables, especially on this map.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. I'm also talking in the way that you play the map. It's sort of like there's not one way to play it, but it feels like there's a more dominant way to play the game mode, and that is to run the flag through utility and just get control of the other team's utility, push in there, just funnel into their utility over and over and over, spawn them over at Fridge and keep them out there. And we've seen from BBR, this is a different BBR team, obviously. We've seen from BBR take a game off Chiefs.
Yeah,
and it was CTF Aquarius.
So
obviously that was a different BBR, but
yep, again, if you were a betting man, would you say BBR should have this map in the bag?
Maybe not in the bag. Let's give a little bit of credit to Frxgrs. Frxgrs have shown up this series, and the games have been super, super close. But if we're going off how good BBR can be on this map, they've shown that they can be very strong on this map, and they know how to play it. The only difference is it's 2 different players than what they had last time.
Very true.
So it's just a different team.
You know, be on the lookout for Ninjestics on the side of Frxgrs as well, with how strongly he was playing with that heat wave. I know that heat wave can be an absolute pain to deal with on Aquarius. So if Ninjestics is going to be prioritizing that weapon again, going for those really, really big heat wave plays, then I think BBR might have a little bit of a problem on their hands.
No, definitely. And this is a big game for the Frxgrs, right? Because if they lose this, they're out. And they don't want to go out now, because they put up a really good fight today, even against the Chiefs. They had so close games against the Chiefs, but they weren't able to take it. And you know that they want to get back into the final, and they want a rematch. You know, their chance to take those games off.
You say that for Frxgrs though, Hoggy, but the exact same thing applies to a BBR. I feel like even more so. BBR made Chiefs sweat. We were tuning into Barcode's stream, and you could see how frustrated Barcode was in having to go up against this BBR roster. And if they have to do it again in a best of 5, BBR may find themselves falling into a better feeling, better overall feeling, better positioning, finding themselves as a team up against Chiefs once again. They've already played them today, and they had them on their toes. So tough calls to make for both teams, but it just means, this is it. This is down to the wire for both teams right now. Frxgrs have to put on an excellent show. They have to be on top of their game, but that goes the exact same for BBR.
Yeah, exactly. Can Ninjestics put Frxgrs in his backpack? Can Ninjestics step up for his team? Frxgrs, can they take game number 4 and force it into game number 5? You know BBR want to win. You know Juckor's stepping up in game number 4 as well. But can Ninjestics carry the team of Frxgrs into game number 5 and push themselves back for a rematch against the Chiefs?
all eyes on Ninjestics' backpack right now, Hoggy. We're going to see the kind of play that he goes for on this map. I pointed out before, and we do see him make a push for P-side. Not under, though. He's not prioritizing that heat wave just yet. It looks like there's a bit of a fight over Camo. Ninjestics goes down immediately, but Raided is going to be the one to take the hands of the, of the heat wave for himself out of Ninjestics. And we do see a flip immediately. BBR just pushing all the way into Frxgrs base, and it looks like there's going to be a very early flag pull here.
Yeah, BBR funneling straight through the utility of Frxgrs, but Ninjestics starting perfectly with a double kill to stop that flag from moving anywhere. Raided will push in with Louqas straight into the BBR base. A little bit unorthodox, but they're going in. Ninjestics gets himself 3 kills as well. There's 2 players in front of him. Adz is there trying to play his life. He's got a player on him that's one shot. He'll find him. The flag will keep moving through Carbine. They'll try to take down Adz, and they will. There's a player right behind them, and that's Juckor. Juckor stops the flag completely. Bradlls will come in as well to help him out. And it's an overkill for Juckor.
Juckor with the overkill, making up for the one that he was so ungraciously robbed of in the last game, decides to just turn the switch on and get one straight off the bat into this one. Juckor playing out of his mind. You know that he's got to be in a position of zen right now, Hoggy, and overkill zen, getting back-to-back overkills from game to game. Absolutely ridiculous player, ridiculous just confidence that we're seeing out of this BBR roster today.
Bradlls will push in. He's got 2 members in front of him. Juckor comes along to help him out.
Oh,
Dynamo nades will go out to try stop them from pushing. Bradlls does manage to stay alive, though. Adz will push in, and Bradlls is right behind him. That's a triple kill for Adz. 4 down for Frxgrs. The flag will be running through utility. It's in the hands of Adz. The nades will come across. Bradlls gets taken out by one of them. The flag is still moving. Juckor gets himself another kill. He gets himself a double kill on Ninjestics as well. There'll only be 2 players up to the side of Frxgrs. Adz isn't getting shot yet. He does manage to get shot now, though, but he will get it in. And BBR goes up 1-0.
Adz almost succumbing to the cross-map shots there. Unfortunately for the side of Frxgrs, those shots don't hit fast enough, and Adz makes the cap just in time before he goes down and still manages to get away with his life. Frxgrs trying to push in for a little bit of a counter cap here, but we're seeing trades come back and forth. FlexRainZ down 1 shot, does get taken down. Both Louqas and FlexRainZ unsuccessful pushes there. And Benjy just managing to clean up shop, make sure the flag doesn't move anywhere that it needs to be. The pistol coming out, Glock in hand, almost takes him out. Unfortunately, he goes down. Now we should see Frxgrs be able to make a little bit more of a push once again for their flag after how those battles went down.
The flags are already all the way across the map for them, and they're trying to run it in as best they can. FlexRainZ is playing defense. The flag will most likely go in for the side of Frxgrs, and there it is.
1-1.
They do get themselves a cap, so it's now 1-1.
Wow, the score is all tied up already. I think that once again speaks volumes for how close both these teams are, with both teams pretty convincingly, I would say, Hoggy, managing to make their first flag breaks really successful ones. You know, we saw one go down and get recovered before, but immediately from that, both teams responded and capped flags for themselves.
Heatwave is Ninjestics' weapon right now. He's got a thruster as well. Oh no, he's used the last one. He'll go for a flank and get taken out by a nade. Juckor gets himself another double kill. Juckor already has
Louqas,
12 kills on the board. It feels like every time looking at the kill feed, it's a Juckor kill, Bluey.
Yep, I mean, if that overkill didn't speak volumes for how he was going for kills again, maybe he's just statting, honestly. Maybe that's what he's doing right now. I would like to say that'd be a bit of a BM on his behalf, and hopefully not what he's doing, but honestly, with 12 kills on the board, 4 of them being a part of an overkill, he might just be statting at this point, Hoggy. He might just be so confident that he's like, I'm not going to touch the objective once. That's everyone else's job.
Yep, he's got a nice flank with the camo. Heatwave, he's going to find the last player from Frxgrs in front of him. Can he take him down? No, he won't. Raided gets a reversal on him, and Raided's the last man up trying to push in. He won't be able to stop the flag. The nades and shots will come out from his teammates. Can they stop it? No, they can't. Raided's right in there, though. Maybe they can get themselves a counter cap. Adz will go down as he puts it in. He'll get himself another kill and get taken down. There's one man left for BBR, and it's Juckor. He'll go down, so the counter cap is on. Ninjestics is running it through P. Bradlls has got to be all the way on the other side of the map. He's trying to push in through utility. Can the nades and shots come in? Ninjestics is running it in.
Has so much support here, though, Hoggy. I don't think it's going to be doable. The cross-match shots ring out, but unfortunately, they do get that flag cap. So now it is 2-2 on the board. Both teams tied up once again, back-to-back caps coming out for both teams. Frxgrs do go down to 3 momentarily, so BBR should be able to make ground here. 3 again down for Frxgrs. This is not looking good for the side of Frxgrs. Even after getting those caps on the table, they're just being picked apart one by one.
FlexRainZ comes in to clean up the kill that the Ninjestics started. He'll get a double. Adz will get the shots out across the map. He's going to try to take down another. It'll be Louqas. His teammate manages to get it. That's bradlllzzzz. The flag is out, though, and it hasn't moved too far. Frxgrs somehow get control of their own base. Adz is going to have to play his life. Benjy's going to come over and help him. They need to keep control of this utility. It's so huge. They do know Adz is there, though, and they will find him. Benjy could not help him enough. Jukkor's there as well. He's trying to help bradlllzzz. He gets a nade kill. He'll try to find the kill in Ninjestics. He won't get it. He'll help bradlllzzzz out. He'll get himself a double. Louqas last up. Jukkor's going to run in. Can he get the flag pull? There's no one there. Louqas is probably in their base, so they're going to need to be careful as he runs it through car. There's Louqas there.
There's Louqas, immediately stopped him. Very, very strong nades coming out from him. Louqas picks himself up a double kill with that heat wave, and it looks like this should be an easy flag recovery. Unfortunately for BBR, that was a pretty convincing little run that they had going. I thought it would have gone more in their favor, but Louqas just had their number in dial, rotated around very, very quickly, and just stopped them right in their tracks.
Yeah, Louqas doing work to stop the flag. Raided's doing the opposite. He's grabbing the enemy flag. He's moved it all the way through to utility already, but BBR have control of their utility. They're most likely going to get a return. FlexRainZ is the last one alive, and he's stuck inside utility. He'll try to get some shots down and win the fight. He does manage to take down bradlllzzzz, so FlexRainZ is behind enemy lines. The flag will move forward. Juckor will have to turn around momentarily to try get a kill.
Oh,
he won't be able to do it. And he's going to go for the flag anyway, and he's going to keep pulling it. How is he still alive? He's still one shot. FlexRainZ is still alive on their side of the map. Ninjestics will get a kill. Adz will trade it out straight away.
Oh, no.
Another player comes in, and that's Raided. Raided's trying to return it. This is a huge fight. He has to back down, though. And Adz is trying to get the flag grab, and he does manage to get it. Raided will stay alive. The flag is still right there. Jukkor's trying to come in for it, and he does take down one, and Juckor will put it in.
No, he will not.
The naded shots come in again. How have they not managed to put this in, and they managed to get it in eventually?
Wow, a fundamental just mistake made there. bradlllzzzz was challenging down, like just before that flag cap, he was challenging someone bottom mid, didn't draw his attention to that player on the side. If bradlllzzzz could have put down those team shots immediately on the player challenging from util, I think that flag cap would have been made a lot faster than it was, but unfortunately he goes down, tunnel visioned in his sights. Triple kill coming out from Juckor. Man, oh man, just 3 dead on the board for both teams. Benjy pushing in. He's going to be able to challenge FlexRainZ here. Doesn't get stuck, but has the support coming out from bradlllzzzz.
Yeah, look at the scoreboard, Louis. 23 kills.
That's disgusting. And I want to point out before, I was sort of speculating maybe he's just statting. But a lot of that push with the flag came out from Juckor. That was Juckor literally stacking his life for the flag. So I think it's safe to say that at this point, he's not statting, he's just that good.
He is just that good. 2 members down for either side. Louqas is pushing up top. Car camo is up. He'll go in for it. He's going to wait for the camo to pop up before he challenges. He knows Adz is somewhere around here, but he doesn't realize that he's not here anymore. Adz has already pushed into his base. He'll have to back down potentially and try to look for him, and he does. He will get the shots out on Adz.
Sneaky plays coming from Louqas. Unfortunately, didn't time the magazine of his BR there all too well. Gets the had to reload there, but does manage to get the beat down. He's going to lay down some cross-map shots. But unfortunately, he's just sort of sitting in his own base with the camo, not really making a lot of that ground push that typically players make with the flag. It looks like he might just provide some support for his team as they run this flag. Not sure the shots from Louqas. He does grab the dynamo nade, so he might be able to deny that area a little bit. And hopefully, Louqas can make some objective ground with this flag. Does manage to stay alive. Goes down right quick. Benjy dancing for his life right now. Both flags out for both teams. Who will make the cap here? Who will make the return? Adz running the flag. This looks like it's gone more in the favor of BBR as he runs it up. They are already a flag up, and this might be able to secure yet another one. Drops the flag. bradlllzzzz there for support in the base. Juckor as well dashes through the flag, provides a nice little distraction for bradlllzz, and they do cap that flag. The score is now 4-2.
Yeah, BBR flipped the game on its head. Frxgrs were trying to make their own run, but BBR had other plans, and they ran their own flag. Louqas tried to go down for the touch to keep it alive, but I don't know if it was the right play. He was probably better off trying to stay alive. 3 players in front of bradlllzz. He'll clean up one. His teammate gets the other. Ninjestics last up for Frxgrs. The flag's already on the move, and Bradlls is trying to take down FlexRainZ. Sorry, Ninjestics, and he will. FlexRainZ comes up off spawn. Bradlls is pushing around to P. He's going to try to stop anyone from coming in, unless the nades and shots ring out across the map. Adz is going to cap this in. He's going to throw it in, run it in while he's weak. Will he be able to get it? He's playing it slowly, and he does manage to get it. So BBR will take the series. They'll head into the final against the Chiefs and get a matchup that they want.
Very, very sneaky little plays for him there, constantly baiting out the shots from Frxgrs at the end there. You could see that he had them dialed in. He knew that those cross-map shots were going to come out, but he just kept throwing the flag out over and over again to try to bait them into shots, waste as much ammo in their BRs as possible, and then finally just taps it in. Nice little sweet touch, cherry on top. Good stuff from BBR. That's the gameplay that I expected from them. Very convincing win.